Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes of all teenagers, welcome! Welcome, we're back. All my tech is actually working this time, and we are in for some more Fallout. So, I did not have any time yesterday, sadly, to go ahead and work on any more of the housing in Jamaica Plains while we were in the process of rendering and uploading and everything else, because I just had to focus on those things. So here we are. We're going to be finishing up this housing block for today, and if we have any extra time, we'll probably start on one of the other housing locations. As of the start of this stream, we have 11 more houses to complete, and hopefully by the end, we'll only have 10 more. If not fewer, but likely only 10 more. All right, let me go ahead and make sure. Oh, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean escape. Oh, no. I was going to come over here, make sure. Okay, yeah. The kick is up and running. All that's good. Wonderful. Wonderful. That was my biggest concern here. So for those of you who might be new, either this is your first time watching live or this is the first time you're watching the VOD, we're undertaking a very large project here, which is to build all of the different settlements in Fallout 4. That does include the DLCs. That does in fact include the DLCs, and I don't know why I've done this to myself, but I have, so we're going to continue with it. And this is the second one that we're working on. This is Jamaica Plains, which probably doesn't look like Jamaica Plains to you right now, but that's okay. That is okay. The Jamaica Plains settlement is actually a lot larger due to one of my mods. It might be the Conquest mod. I don't think it's the Conquest mod. If I remember correctly, the Conquest mod just adds the ability to create new settlements for yourself. But whatever it is, that's what we're doing today. Whichever one of the mods it happens to be. I don't think it's the Conquest mod. All right. So we have, as I was saying earlier, we have one more building to complete here. We're building one for each of the different, one single-family housing unit for each of the different brick colors in Snappy builds here. We've got one more to complete. I believe it's Type 2 that we have left to complete. Or Theme 2, rather. We have Themes 0 through 3. Why not 1 through 4? Because the one to our left here, this guy over here, this is just a cleaned up version of the default brick texture, so it counts technically as Theme 0. And then 1, 2, yep, the Theme 2 it is. Okay, awesome. Got Theme 2 to work with. And for Theme 2, the interior, whereas for Theme 0, we had the interior be the green. There we go, that's better. Whereas the basic, the living room / family room and the hallways for the Theme 0 building are all green. We're gonna go with the blue for the Theme 2 setup. And thank you, Zojak, very much for the follow. That's very kind. Zojak or Zoe Jack? Probably Zoe Jack. Yeah, ZOE. I'm pretty good. How are you? Hope you're doing well. All right, we will have to fight screen tearing. I've built a lot of things, and I've deleted a lot of buildings that aren't technically supposed to be deleted, and so we get a lot of screen tearing as the game tries to render in the things that should be here. But only when I look in a certain direction at specific times. Doesn't make the most sense, but you know, that's what it is. Nice. Well, good to see that you're doing well, or rather, good to hear that you're doing well. I can't physically see you, so that was not the most clever thing I could have said. With the blue for that one. All right, I am from the United States, and the most specific I will get is that I'm from the Midwest. You know, as just as a safety thing, the most specific I will get is that I'm from the Midwest. Yeah, I certainly think it's cool. I moved here about well, coming up on 4 years ago. So you know what? To be a little more specific, originally I'm from California. There you go. The weather here today has been pretty sunny and pretty warm. Yeah, it gets a little humid. Gets a little humid over here, but it's been nice. It's been very nice weather. Alright, we want to put the corners in. I stream 6 days a week. Thank you for asking, Zoe. I stream 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Unless there's like an emergency or some sort of family stuff that comes up, but barring that, yeah, 6 days a week. Alright, now we're going to switch on over to the blue interior walls. Well, Sunday, yes, it can be a fun day. But I take Sundays off for religious reasons. It's fun for me, but, you know, religious reasons aren't necessarily fun for everybody. Okay, I want to put a wall here. That way we've got room for the stairs. Okay. Okay, yeah. That's the proper division for this section, as far as I can tell. Yeah, that's the proper division. All right, we'll go and start placing some wallpapers and carpets now. We'll start with the carpets because those are the easiest ones to remember. All right, bathroom tile. And then kitchen tile. All right, wonderful. Exactly. Religious stuff first. Okay. Now we'll do all the wallpapers. We're going to start with the bathroom as we usually do, just because I want to get the bathroom wallpapers out of the way. We won't actually need to use the special ones yet. All right. Let's hope that you will attach properly without any... Hey, look at that. That's great. The wallpapers actually worked. Didn't have to move any objects around to get them to snap properly. That's not going to be a consistent rule today. I can tell you that. Oh boy. All right, that's helpful. Then we've got the two interior pieces that are the full walls. Ooh, I think by volume I've probably played Fallout more than any other game, but Fallout is not the only game that I play. I've simply committed myself to a settlement build series where I build out all of the settlements. But I've played a bunch of other games. All of them, all the VODs for them are available on my my VODs channel on YouTube, CN Games on YouTube, or youtube.com/@CN_games. But yeah, if I just had to talk sheer number of hours I've spent, probably Fallout 4 as of now. I have played some Minecraft. Yes, it's been a while since I've played it on stream, but I have before. All right, now we'll go ahead and take care of the window wallpapers. It's gonna go all the way to the back section for these. But yes, I do occasionally play Minecraft. It's been a while since I've done so on stream, and I haven't had a lot of time to myself in order to play. But it's a great game. I love it. Nothing but nice things to say about it. That's right. We don't use that on these ones. We use... Oh boy, where is it? Shell kit. Classic theme 2. We went with this guy. That's right. That makes it easier. I try to keep it to a tight 3 hours every day. If I run over a little bit, you know, that's not the worst thing in the world, but I try to keep it to a tight 3 hours. I can't really afford to spend much more time than 3 hours on it right now, because so this is probably very unnecessarily nerdy of me, but I've been able to calculate an approximation of the amount of time it will take me to render footage for the VODs, based off of the amount of time that I stream. So what 3 is kind of like the sweet spot for me right now, 3 hours, because it will take me approximately an equivalent amount of time to render the footage, and to begin the upload process. Now depending on my internet connection for the given time of day, because you know, it's the Midwest. There might be weather anomalies. The tornado could run through. You could have a terrible storm. It could get so humid that thunderstorms start, all kinds of things, and then the internet connection gets weird. But the upload process could go anywhere from an hour and a half to like 5 hours, depending on how the weather is. And I pay for really good internet, so it shouldn't be that way, but there's no accounting for for weather stuff like that. But I do pay pretty well for it, and with all of the tests that I've been able to run, the approximately most useful amount of time for me to be streaming right now, just out of efficiency, is about 3 hours or less. And I don't really feel like, you know, you're coming here for a piece of live content. The audience tends to expect, you know, more than 2 hours worth of stuff. So I find that 3 hours is about the sweet spot. Those aren't details that you asked for. You just wanted to know how long I stream for. 3 hours. 3 hours on average. You know, I'm not sure that I'm looking for help with stuff right now. Thank you very much for asking, but I'm all right for the moment. Tell you what, if you're not the only person who's asked me this, so if you go ahead and want to follow me on Twitter, and then let me know, of course, that it's you. I'll let you know whenever I start needing assistance with certain things, and I'll look for samples then. But right now, I'm a very small channel. I'd like to focus more so on the actual content itself than any of the more secondary aspects of it. I'm sure your work's great. I don't really have the time or the budget to focus on those kinds of things at the moment. All right, we'll go with you next. That'll do. All right. Well, if you just followed me on Twitter, you should be able to DM me. I do believe I've got that setting taken care of. So go ahead and send over your work whenever you feel like it, and I'll check it out after the stream. But other than that, you know, you're more than welcome to stay and watch. We try to run a pretty chill stream over here. Nothing too hyper. All right, we got the wallpaper trim taken care of for the foyer and the living room. Let's take care of the wallpapers for the kitchen and I guess the adjacent dining space. It's not really a dining room. Ah, I see. Okay, well, I'll do so after the stream. I'll make sure to get that taken care of when I'm done here. Alright, we've got the doorways and a wall to place next. Alright, one of these doorways is going to give me trouble. I don't know which one. But we'll find out. We'll find out here in just a moment. Alright, so it's not you. That's nice to know. Ah, it's option number 3, okay. All right. Alright, and because this is blue, we're going to, because our default color for this space is blue, we're going to go ahead and complement our kitchen space with the blue tile. We'll go ahead and adjust the height of it here in just a moment. Let's finish with actually placing it first. That's right, occasionally it has this issue. All right, beautiful. Beautiful, a great complementary color. Okay, with all of that, I guess the only thing left to do is to go ahead and start actually decorating out the space. So, we're going to work on the bathroom first before we go ahead and work on anything else, because we're going to need to put the ceiling on so that we can get the foyer and the stairs taken care of. And I'll show you guys what that looks like in a moment for those of you that are new. All right, there we go. That's the proper place I want it to be. No, we want decorations, miscellaneous, bathroom. All right. Ooh, basically the most perfect height I could make that right now. Okay, good. Good. Go ahead and put the soap tray. You got the shower hook. And then 2 more items we need to place. We'll go ahead and place the toilet paper, of course, kind of a big deal. All right, and then we'll go with the, it says toilet paper rack, but it's a newspaper rack. All right, nice. Nice. Now, I don't usually put the newspaper racks if it's not a residential location, but this is, so we're good. It's it's not a problem there. Okay, with the bathroom setup completed, we're gonna head on over to Snappy Builds again. Back over to Shell Kit. Floors, wood, or rather clean wood. Grab one of these guys, place it up here. Come on, it's not that hard. There we go. Now I need this here for two reasons, but before we get into that second reason, go ahead and place that down. First is so that I can set up the stairs properly. All right, wonderful. And the second is that I can get the light placed underneath. And with the light placed, we'll go ahead and close it off with a door ahead of time. I usually leave the doors till last, but why not? Why not? There we go. As close to half as I will likely ever make it. All right, good. The light is inside of the other light right now. Cool. Let's go ahead and close this guy up. Structures, doors, wood. All right, nice. The handle's on the right side even. Good. Good. Well, with that taken care of, I do need to replace you, don't I? I need you to be a different piece, actually. I need you to be the other half-wide piece. There we are. Now all the planks are moving in the same direction. Okay, cool. Before we go down and finish decorating the rest of the first floor, I'm going to add the ledges and the balcony railing. It has not been the craziest day for me. I shouldn't be this exhausted. But here we are. Oh, come on. There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. The clean edge to it. That looks great. Very happy with that. Very happy with that. And I'm also surprised that all of the wood trims went on without any major problems. That is a nice change of pace, as it were. Okay, what are we going to decorate first? I think we're going to work on the kitchen first. Yeah, probably. We tend to work on the kitchen first. I think I'm going to work on the kitchen first here. Okay, we're going to go all the way back to... Gonna use this guy. It is a blue setup. We might as well use all the different blue pieces. All of them that we have at our disposal, anyway. And then over here, on this other side, awesome. That's as close to a perfect fit that I'll be able to make it. And then over on this side, we'll grab one of these nice renovated kitchen cabinet pieces, which should snap to things. Probably won't right away, but it should. Instead of making it snap to things, I'm going to place you down about there. All right, that's as close to a clean edge as I'll be able to get it. All right, great. Now we'll go ahead and move it a little closer to the wall. And to avoid any texture problems, drop you by 0.03 of a unit. Just enough for one fraction of a layer to be higher than the other. All right, awesome. Awesome, that looks great. Now, we're gonna snap another one directly to you, if at all possible. All right, perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna need to bring it in a little bit, aren't I? How about we go for a nice match there. All right, good. Good, that should do. Enough room for the door to swing open. And I can put some stuff over there. I don't know what, but I can put some stuff over there. All right, let's fix the time and weather. Beautiful. Perfect sunny day. Primed for building. All right, we'll come back to decorate this. We'll come back to decorate this. We'll do all the OC decorator stuff at the same time, for this as well as for the living room or family room, whichever one it is. There's only one of them, so I imagine it's a living room. Now, the couch we want to use here. I really do like the dark blue couch. I think we'll go with the dark blue for this space. Try and get that lined up. Ooh, you know what we'll do? Here's what we'll do. Bring you in here. We'll line you up with this this line here. All right, perfect. Ooh, almost exactly where I want you to be. Oh man, so close. All right, cool. Cool. All right, nice. We'll get you as close to lined up with the center of this wall as we can. Great. We'll go ahead and whip out a clean table. And then we'll go for chairs as well. The table will be relatively easy to line up properly. All right, great. That works wonderfully. All right, good. Good with that. Let's see. What else do we need? We need some side tables, a console to place the TV on, and some kind of radio setup here. Do I want to use? You know what? Yeah, we've got the room for it. We'll go ahead and use the stereo system. Miscellaneous electronics, radios. And stereo. I gotta find one line to go ahead and get both of these guys lined up on here. All right, nice. Awesome. It certainly closes up the gap there for the different items I could place and where I could place them. Really works to close up that gap. All right, Ranger Bravo, nice to have you. Nice to have you. Welcome back. All right, awesome. That's as close as we're probably going to get it. There we go. Now it's approximately centered on that wall. Yeah, there we go. That's all good. That is all good there. Okay. And decorations, miscellaneous electronics, televisions. We're going to get you lined up as well. All right, awesome. Do I want to put anything over here? Yeah, I do. I do. Or rather, I should. Not necessarily that I want to, but I should place something to the side. I'm going to need somewhere to place the telephone, and I can't place the telephone on top of the console itself. It kind of becomes an issue. All right. Now we'll go with this, a matching piece for the stereo. That's solid, and then we'll put another one right back here. Awesome. Okay, only a few more furniture pieces that need to be placed before I can start with the all the decorative bits from OC Decorator and everywhere else. All right, we're gonna go seats, chairs. Or do I want to go back to the mod section and place the chairs that way? I kind of do. Yeah, we'll go with you. We'll go with those two. All right. All right, good. Yeah, that's all good. I'm sure I could place another chair over there, but this is like a maybe 2-person household. I don't need to put a bunch of extra seats down for that purpose. Okay. Yeah, pretty solid. Pretty solid. Before we go into all the decorative pieces, one more thing I'm going to go with shelves. Mods, we're going to get these bookshelves. I did this on the other structure. I really like the bookshelves. We're going to place more of them. And make sure I can get it lined up perfectly. All right, good. All right, that was minus 32. Great. Still walkable. Okay, good. Now we go into OC Decorator and grab all the different little OC Decorator bits. We're going to start in the kitchen, just because all the kitchen stuff kind of just stays there, doesn't need to move everywhere. Kitchenware and supplies. All right. I saw the new trailer, or rather the first trailer for the Captain America, the Captain America Brave New World, I think it is. I know it was previously New World Order, and now it's Brave New World. Both of which are dystopian novels. Both of which are rather dystopian ideas. Not one of them is literally a dystopian novel, which is Brave New World. Both of them are very dystopian ideas of the future, and the trailer was just, the short of it is the trailer was very boring, very uninteresting. I've debated whether or not I want to do a video on it for my CN Speaks channel. I don't know if I care enough about fake Captain America to go ahead and actually make a movie. Or rather, not a movie, make a video on it. I know they're making a movie. It's going to be one of the most expensive movies ever made, and it's going to need better returns than Oppenheimer in order to actually profit in any way, shape, or form. They reshot 90, I think 80, 85, 90% of this movie. And the movie's going to be over 2 hours long, which means they wasted hundreds of millions of dollars just on the movie itself. Not the marketing. We've only begun the marketing phase. But they've wasted well over $500 million just on the movie itself. Yeah, it's gonna need to perform better than Oppenheimer to actually make any money at the box office. I don't know why they haven't just decided to tax credit this movie. I don't get that. I really don't. Harrison Ford sounds like he's phoning it in, which is, to be fair, that's most Harrison Ford roles today, is that he just sounds like he's phoning it in, and he's just in it. He's just in it because he's getting a massive paycheck for it. So, you know, good for him. At least he's making bank. But yeah, it's not great. It's not great. At least it doesn't look like it's going to be. Yeah, I don't know if I care enough about the MCU to make a video on my third channel about this. I'm sure I could get some amount of engagement, and I would like to grow that channel. I'm sure I could get some amount of engagement out of it, but I gotta really compile my thoughts and rewatch the thing and make sure that I actually have, like, things I want to say that won't be generic things that have already been said by like 30, probably 50 other channels by the time I make the video. If I make that video, it'll have to be at the same time that I'm dealing with all the rendering and other nonsense for the streams, which means I don't know if I'm gonna have the time to do it. The Batman video was easy because everything was just off the top of my head, and I drew from experience, and to be completely honest, I care a lot more about Batman than I do about any of the MCU stuff at this point. It hasn't been good for a while. Although I'm excited about Deadpool and Wolverine. That's not technically an MCU. Okay, it's an MCU movie, but it's not an MCU movie because they're not using any of the MCU characters, or rather actors. They're not really using any of the MCU actors. It's more or less Deadpool kills the Sony Marvel universe, or the Fox Marvel universe, not Sony Marvel universe. They're not using Spider-Man characters. Yeah, I hope Deadpool 3 is good. I hope it is. Everything that we've seen about it, the marketing of Deadpool 3, better marketing than almost anything that Marvel has put out since Endgame. Much, much better marketing. I think that that with this Captain America movie, they're trying to go ahead and capitalize once again on I call it the Black Panther effect. And just, you know, reserve judgments until I explain my point. I call it the Black Panther effect because the way that the marketing marvel, no pun intended, the marketing marvel that was the original Black Panther movie was absolutely massive. All the different studios, including Marvel, were able to market it as the first African-American superhero on screen, all these kinds of things. Let's forget that Blade exists, but they were able to market it a certain way. They were able to market to the right crowd at the right time of year, because February is Black History Month, and they were able to successfully create the message that if you didn't watch the movie Black Panther, that meant you were inherently racist. All of these things led to the opportunity for them to make a $1 billion movie out of a story that's half-baked and just, well, I'm less than half-baked. I'd say maybe it was like a 10% completed movie when you look at the quality of the story. The effects were bad, but that can be written off to the fact that the same effect house was also working on Infinity War, and the effects for Infinity War were amazing. But it was like they were able to take a bad movie with a terrible plot and turn it into a massive success because they were able to market it properly. I think they're going to try and do a similar thing with fake Captain America dystopian movie title. I think they're going to try the same thing because they are releasing it in February. Most movies that get dumped in February do not do well. If you dump a movie in February, there has to be a really good reason to do so. It has to be a really, really, really good reason to do so, okay? You can dump a rom-com in February and expect it to do well because it's February. It's Valentine's month. You can expect a rom-com to do well in February. You can't expect a superhero movie to do well in February. It doesn't happen. You can't expect most other movies to do well in February. Most movies that are dumped in February it's kind of just an F you, it's February kind of deal. It is historically extremely difficult to get a movie off the ground, or rather to get a movie to actually be profitable if you release it in February. I don't know why they think this is the best move for releasing a Marvel movie, especially one of the most expensive movies they've ever made. Possibly more expensive than Endgame, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what the reported budget is for this movie, and then we just double that because they reshot 85 to 90% of the movie. So for rounding reasons, we'll double that, and then we'll add an extra 40 to 60% of the reported budget. We'll add an extra 40 to 60% of the original budget to make up for what the marketing budget tends to be, because that's how these movies tend to work. It's going to be one of the most expensive movies ever made. It already is one of the most expensive movies ever made. It's going to be nearly impossible for this thing to actually get off the ground. It would be a marketing miracle for this movie to be profitable. I don't think it will happen. Now, qualitatively, I'm fairly certain that the story's not going to be of quality. What's my evidence for that? If you've seen the movie, if you've seen the show Falcon and Winter Soldier, I was about to say Captain America and the Winter Soldier, because I don't know, they're doing all the weird naming schemes again. Yeah, if you've seen the show Falcon and Winter Soldier, the show performed poorly. It performed really poorly, which is surprising given that it's the second. It was the second Disney Plus. Was it the second or the third? Did it come before or after Loki? I think it came before Loki, but it was one of the very early Marvel Disney Plus shows, one of the earliest, and it was certainly the one that I was the most excited for originally. And then I saw the other things that they released, and I was kind of disappointed, and I was worried that it was going to be bad. It ended up being bad. In that show, the crux of the argument of that show, if you're worried about spoilers, I'm sorry, don't watch me if you're worried about spoilers, because I spoil things. Well, damn, I'm sorry, Ranger Bravo. I don't really know how to respond to that. That does suck. That does suck. But I don't know how to respond to that other than to say I will, I'll be praying, man. I'll be praying. Sorry, but back to the to Falcon and Winter Soldier, the show. The crux of the plot of the show revolves around the two things. One, Falcon doesn't want to be Captain America, but has to be Captain America. And two, the world government, mostly the U.S., but the world government is fighting off a group of terrorists who believe that they deserve the property that belonged to the people who were taken away during the snap, because those people haven't been around for the last 5 years, and so they believe that they deserve this stuff. Okay, there could be a very interesting argument to have there. Could be a very interesting show that you could write, and what the creators decided to do was this terrorist group is going to prove that they deserve it by blowing things up, by causing actual terrorism. This terrorist group is going to try and car bomb people into agreeing with them. And also, they have a version of the super soldier serum. So, Falcon doesn't want to be Captain America because he doesn't believe he's up to the task. I agree. I don't think he's up to the task. But they could have proven me wrong through this show. Spoiler alert: they didn't prove me wrong throughout the show. But he doesn't want to be Captain America. And instead of giving the shield to Bucky, who would be the prime candidate, and who every lifelong comic book fan has wanted to see Bucky being Captain America. It's actually very important for Bucky's story arc, for his character arc as a whole, that he has the opportunity to make amends and change the public opinion of him because of his time as Captain America. In the comics, his time as Captain America is what removed the Winter Soldier programming from him, and it's a great story. Bucky Cap is an amazing character. He's got a great pairing with Black Widow. It's a whole thing. But instead of handing the shield off to Bucky, who is really logically the next person who should have the shield, he decides to hand it over to the U.S. government, which does what the U.S. government does and gives it to a brand new person, John Walker. Now, this show really tries to tarnish the reputation of John Walker, but really it does nothing except make him actually look like a good guy. So, he also doesn't have the super soldier serum, and he is constantly coming up against the expectations that people have for who and what Captain America should be. This could be said for both him and Sam Wilson, but John Walker really goes all in on this. Okay, he's excited to do this. He's looked up to Captain America. He's more than happy to serve his country in this way. And the show tries to tell you that he's too enthusiastic about this and that he's too pro-America to be Captain America through a variety of actions. However, the only thing that they actually get across is that is that John Walker acts exactly the way that Captain America should. Now, they make a big deal because in one of the later episodes of the show, spoiler alert again for people who I don't care. I don't care. You shouldn't care. If you do care, you probably wouldn't have been listening to me this whole time anyway. John Walker loses his Bucky, whose name I'm forgetting, who, like, his character name I'm forgetting, dies in one of these terrorist attacks because neither John Walker nor his partner have super soldier serum either, but these terrorists do, and he goes ahead and kills the terrorist that killed his Bucky. And the show tries to tell you this is a bad thing, because the show is trying to tell you that John Walker is unworthy of the shield, when in reality, that is maybe one of the most character consistent things that you could have John Walker do. That is one of the most, like, audience endearing things that you could have John Walker do, because everybody would do the same thing. The argument being, well, Captain America is above that. Was he above that when he went Nazi hunting after Bucky died? Was he above that during at any point in time? I don't really think so. Do you think he wouldn't have done the same thing if Iron Man had ended up killing Bucky at the end of Civil War? I mean, oh man, they try to do a lot of character assassination for the character of John Walker. Really, he comes out looking like the best character in the entire program. But throughout the show, back to Falcon and Bucky doing Falcon and Bucky things. Falcon continues to not want to be Captain America, but realizes that he's the only one who should have the shield, because otherwise people will do very logical things with the shield. And, oh, but there's blood on the shield. Of course there's blood on the shield. This is essentially a wartime issue. Cap, during wartime issues, was not shy about needing to kill because it was a wartime thing. He absolutely murked tons of Nazis, and the argument is, well, they're Nazis. It's a wartime thing. MCU Captain America has never been shy about killing people if he needs to. Never been shy about that. Any number of the faceless villains and henchmen that he's had to kill, he has never been concerned with whether or not they survive. And okay, if that's how you're going to characterize him, that's fine. But to say that it is now a bad thing for someone to kill using the Captain America shield is completely tonally inconsistent with how you've portrayed any of the actions of Captain America, and therefore anyone who takes the shield. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But he's got the shield now and realizes, okay, well, if I don't have it, then people who make logical decisions are going to have it, so I kind of have to have this shield now. And then he goes on to fight the terrorist organization. And throughout the whole show, I'm thinking, okay, I don't like this, but at the very least, they're making a point about the fact that these terrorists are incorrect, which is more than I expected them to do. And at the last moment, we get the very infamous line, "You need to do better, Senator," where new fake Captain America goes ahead and scolds one of the World Council U.S. senators who's part of the World Council. I don't remember the hierarchy there. He scolds one of them for the fact that the policy this senator wants to promote is an anti-terrorist policy. He's like, you need to do better. You can't call them terrorists or they're gonna do terrorist things. When in reality, they're being called terrorists because they do terrorist things. It is the least logical thing about the show, and it's a complete character assassination of everybody in the whole show. It's really bad. And this movie is a sequel to this. So I'm not very confident that it's going to be a good piece of media. However, is there enough there that I could make a video other than just cutting this rambling piece into a video for later? I don't know. I really don't know. I think the safe thing to say is there's probably not more I could add other than that stuff, but I won't. I will be one of like 50 people that said this by now. So I don't know if it'll be worth it. Yeah, I don't know. That's about everything. That's just about everything about that. Okay, I think the kitchen, we're good with the kitchen now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the kitchen looks fine. That's about as good as I'm going to be able to get it. Otherwise, I'll start just duplicating a bunch of objects. So, yeah, we'll move on. Set game hour to 10. Force weather. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I think I might. Okay, if I do anything about the trailer, I'll go. If I do a video for the trailer, I'll probably just cut that 13-ish minutes, maybe. I don't know, that amount of time. I'll just cut that into a video. I'll just like take it right out of the thing and turn it into a different video. There's not a whole lot else I need to say about it. Nothing crazy. All right. Now that we're decorating all this stuff in here, let's see. Go on ahead and place one of you. I'll say it's an oscillating desk fan. Telephone needs to be over here. Go back here for a vase. Ooh, also the umbrella stand over there. Awesome. Now we'll go ahead and put an ashtray on the couch. Not on the couch, rather on the side table. Ashtray on the couch would be kind of messy. Would be kind of messy. All right. I'm sure some of you have noticed this. You guys are very observant, very intelligent viewers. I'm now back to not having a whole lot to say and just kind of zoning out as I try and focus on what I'm building here. I'd like to avoid that. I'd like to avoid that if I can. I need to work on it for sure. But yeah, I mean, it helps when I've got something to talk, when I've got like a topic to work with. There's not a lot of that going on right now, though. All right. Very focused on that. There we go. Yeah. Then we need the newspaper, of course. Place you up here. All right, cool. Pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. We'll put a camera up here. As well as a globe. I think that's everything I want to put up there. Here's the recorder. Okay, I don't know how I'm supposed to see anything out of the back of the recorder, but I guess it records things. What does that say on it? Summicron. I mean, you know, it's the lens thing, but I don't know why it would use lens, like pre-war lens technology. This is supposed to be something from the Institute. I don't know why the Institute has companies in it, because Summicron would be like a company name. Whatever. Whatever. It's not really worth my time right now. Alright, do I want to place... Oh, I won't have the room for it. I was going to say, do I want to place down a, like a coffee table, but there won't be any room for it if I still want NPCs to be able to navigate around it. That would kind of be useless to me. Okay. Okay, but I think that means we're done with the decoration of this space over here, which is great. We're making good progress. We're just about halfway through, and if it wasn't for all of my yapping, we probably would have made it a little faster. But we're good. We're good here. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and place the roof pieces, or rather ceiling pieces. I keep mistaking those two. Wood clean. On this guy. Yeah? Yeah. Alright, good. Beautiful. When we come in here, we get the lights taken care of. Just as close to halfway as I'll make it there. Awesome. And then to match that, there we go. Now we've got one in here. All good. Alright, cool. That's all good as well. You know what? I could put one more thing. I'll go ahead and put a clock on the wall. That'll be our last little thing down here. And we'll be all good. Yeah, there we go. That looks nice. Looks very nice. But now we go to the second floor. I think we cracked the code yesterday when we went ahead and designed what the bedroom and bathroom setup looked like. So I'm pretty much just going to copy the layout. I'm sure we can do different things with it, but I'm going to copy the layout of it for sure for this next bit. So, well, first, of course, we're going to actually build the section up. All right. There we go. Just need a little bit with the headphones off. They get a little uncomfortable sometimes. Just a little bit. Okay, works for me. Let's get those corners in, because I know I'll forget those corners later. Then we go and grab the blue. Ah, that's right. That's how I did it. That's how I did it. Of course. Of course, what was I thinking? Forgot about that. Then, because the bedroom wallpaper is going to be very different. There we go. Right? No, that's right. It was again a different thing. Okay. Okay, never mind. No, we did have you. Yeah, I am forgetting my own layouts of things. You were the piece that was switched around. That's right. That's how we did it. Okay. Okay, good. Right. Right. Okay, cool. Then we had you moved up. We went with a full wall for you. Great. Yeah, okay, that is the proper layout there. Oh boy. A lot to unravel there. But that's all good. Let's get those wallpapers taken care of. Once again, we will start with our bathroom wallpaper. Over here in the windows. And then we'll go with the hallway wallpaper. Ooh, that's right. We don't actually need this one. There we go. Ugh. No, but we do need you. And thankfully, you won't have any issues there. Wonderful. Hello, Al. Nice to have you here again. You missed it. I just went on a nice big tangent about why I think the new Captain America movie's probably not going to do well. and my reasoning was the show was terrible, and the show and the movie is a sequel to the show. Same writing team, same everything. But yeah, you missed it, man. Oh well, it's not like it's anything new. It's all the same things I've said before. The only thing is that I debated whether or not I wanted to make a video out of it for my third channel, and I've come to the conclusion that if I choose to do so, I'm just going to take the, 20-30 minute clip from this stream, and I'll just upload that as its own thing. Really cuts out a lot of the trouble I'll have with it. All right. Well, it's nice to know you're doing better again, Bravo. Or was that part of the coarser RP? I don't know. I'm going to assume that, you're all good now. Make a hopefully safe assumption that you're all good now. In which case, glad to have you back. All right, we got those. And then the bedroom. How are we going to go and work on the bedroom here? What wallpapers for the bedroom? We used these in the last one. It'd be funny if we used these just as the opposite. But do I want to? Not really. Not really. No. You know what? I think we've only used this guy once or twice before. We'll go with this one. It's pretty solid wallpaper. Why not? It's very period appropriate, that's for sure. Ah, I see. I see. Well, thank you for the explanation. And yeah, definitely big corporation bad. But when the movie is called Brave New World, I assume that they're gonna try and make a certain point in this film. I assume they're gonna try and make certain, pseudo-utopian, really dystopian points with the movie. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to top. You need to do better, Senator. It's going to be really hard to top that. It's going to be extremely difficult to top Sam Wilson dressed as Captain America telling a U.S. senator that you're not supposed to call terrorists terrorists. It's going to be really like man, oh boy, how can you make it worse than that? How can you be less Captain America than that? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but the trailer looks bad. The trailer looks really bad. I don't know. It's something Captain America versus President Harrison Ford. I don't know. Something like that. Ugh. It sounds like parody. It sounds like it's a parody. This doesn't sound like a real project. Yeah, Marvel has been dying for a while, but I agree. I agree, it is dying. They should have just stopped for a while after Endgame, regrouped, and came back with a game plan. The reason the MCU worked in the first place is because they had a game plan for most of it, and it wasn't just, ooh, look at the movies we're doing. No, like, they had a continuous story. They actually like had things they were doing and stories they were trying to tell, and made sure that it all connected together. That's how they started this off, and that's how they should have continued. But here we are. Here we are. Okay, yeah, I like the division we've got going on here. Let's go ahead and put all of the wallpaper trims together. We'll start with the doors, because these should be the easiest. Unless for some reason you don't want to be. There we go. That is certainly a component of it, yes. I would agree, Marvel was better. A component of Marvel was better with Stan Lee alive. But I mean, you know, are we talking the comic aspect, or are we talking the fact that he was in movies? Because I can agree with you on the comic aspect. I think that so many of the most seminal aspects of characters for Marvel were written during the Lee, Ditko, and Kirby era. So many of the most important parts that are still being replicated today. Alright, so you just need to be brought out a little bit. Yeah, the Lee estate has not been well taken care of. Very bad. And, you know, all the elder abuse stuff in his last years. That was horrible to read about, you know? That was just terrible. It was truly just horrendous. There we go. Minus 64. Great, we got that room taken care of. That's going to be covered up by a dresser, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, if only it were that easy. I agree. I would love to do that. That would be a great idea, but if only it were that easy. You've got egos to please. Marvel is owned by a giant corporation, owns another giant corporation, which is part of a giant conglomerate of corporations. It should be. I mean, Disney should really have been brought up on monopoly charges a while ago, antitrust laws and everything. But you know, all of the decisions that Marvel makes has to run through Disney and all kinds of crap, whether it's comics or movies or whatever. It's how it works. And it's stupid. Shouldn't work that way. Although this is something that was a long time coming. Kevin Feige made it very clear a long time ago. I want to say back in, was it like 2015? No, it wasn't 2015. It was around 2019 that he said he plans on bringing a lot of the all new, all different Marvel characters into the MCU. He plans on making, I mean, he said it very clearly. He plans on replacing a lot of the male characters with female characters. And like he had a very specific reason for why he wanted to do all these things. He made it very clear, did not mince his words in any way, shape, or form. He knows what he's doing. And what he's doing is getting rid of longtime fans. If you look at viewership, if you look at numbers, he's getting rid of longtime fans for the sake of chasing a political ideology that will drop him at the drop of a hat. As soon as he's no longer useful, the ideology will go on without him. It's a French Revolution scenario, or a Russian Revolution, or pick any of the revolutions that wasn't the American Revolution, and you kind of have the same thing popping up. You know, guillotine as many people as you want, but eventually it's going to be your head on the chopping block. And you're going to wonder how you got there, and you're not going to realize the beast that you created. It always happens. It always happens. But, well, I mean, like I was saying earlier, this movie has to be the most profitable movie of all time. It needs to do better than Oppenheimer and Barbie. This movie needs to be more profitable than Oppenheimer and Barbie to make money. Which means the movie's not going to work. This movie has been... They reshot 85 to 90% of this movie after it was finished because the test screenings, everybody in the test screening said, "We hate this. This looks terrible. What are you doing?" So they reshot the movie. 85 to 90% of the movie. Which means that they had to essentially double the budget of the movie. It was already running several $100 million for this thing. It's not gonna make money. It's not gonna make money. There will be a lot of interference that's run for it by a lot of news agencies because, you know, news agencies do what news agencies do. They want to stay top dog. They want to keep access. They want the privilege of the access. And I understand that. I understand that impulse. It's not a good one, but I understand the impulse. And what's really going to happen is they're going to be running coverage for a movie that's objectively going to fail horrendously. There is not a Marvel movie on planet Earth that is going to be more successful than Barbie and Oppenheimer combined. I hope that Deadpool 3 makes $1 billion because if it's a good movie, it deserves to make $1 billion. And with the budget that it has, I think it probably can run pretty close if the story is tight and if everything that goes into the movie is actually, you know, quality. But that movie couldn't ever do well as Barbie and Oppenheimer combined. It just couldn't. That was a cultural moment, and Marvel does not know how to make cultural moments anymore. They lost the touch. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think it'll go over well, but we'll see. I could be wrong. It's entirely possible. I could be wrong. Will I be? I don't know. I don't know. I'm more than happy to be wrong though. If I am, I will shout it from the rooftops. Oh, totally. I get that. I didn't think Barbie was a great movie, but what's important about it is that it was a cultural moment, you know? It was a very it was a cultural moment that played to its audience. It was a very feminine movie for a female audience. It knew exactly what it was, it knew exactly who it was going for, and while the movie itself kind of crap, not going to lie, kind of like not very well written, it did create a cultural moment. The fact that it was being released at the same time as Oppenheimer created a cultural moment. There were so many different components that came together to make Barbenheimer a thing and to make them both extremely successful. That just did. Marvel doesn't know how to replicate that. They just don't. Ryan Reynolds is one of the best PR, one of the brightest minds when it comes to marketing and PR ever. But I don't think he can outdo Barbenheimer. I don't think anyone can, really. That moment shouldn't have happened. Like, that moment wasn't supposed to happen. That wasn't supposed to be a thing. Or at least it wasn't supposed to be nearly as big as it ended up being. So, I mean, all good luck to him. I hope the movie does well if it's a good movie. That's about it, though. I keep saying that's about it, and then I repeat myself. No, we're gonna go with the blue bed. Well, I'm sorry for doing this to you guys, but it makes a good point. It makes a good point. The music alone is all you need to know exactly what the thing is about. Marvel has not been able to reproduce that in a while. They have to keep going back to their Avengers score for things, and it's like, okay, sure, but are these the Avengers that people came to know and love? Are these the Avengers that made you $1 billion? I don't think so. Are these the characters that continue to rake in money and continue to please fans? Not really. So you're kind of just like, okay, if you remember the marketing for the Marvels, do you remember the advertisements for the Marvels? They tried to make you think that the Marvels in any way, shape, or form had to do with the Avengers by the trailers that they released, by all the super dramatic music that they put in the later trailers. And it was just a lie. They had to pull those strings to try and get an audience for a movie that didn't make any money. Like, Marvel doesn't know what to do anymore. They're not good at their job anymore. Like, come on, put the dog down at this point, okay? Put the dog down. Give them their delicious last meal. Let them eat all the junk food they want, and then just put them to sleep. Put them to sleep. You're not doing yourself any favors by keeping them alive, and you're certainly not doing the dog any favors. It's just sad to see. It's just sad to see. It's not Marvel anymore. It's Disney Marvel. It's an important distinction to make. Marvel movies were great. Disney has very little to, doesn't really understand how to run Marvel as a brand. I could say the same with Star Wars. Star Wars was great. Sure, it had its ups and downs, and it wasn't a perfect series, but Star Wars was great. Disney hasn't made good Star Wars with the exception of Andor. And that was a fluke. They gave Tony Gilroy They gave Tony Gilroy some money to do a thing without any expectation that it was going to be good. It had the smallest budget of the Disney Star Wars projects, and has the most consistent and well written, has the highest quality and most consistent writing of the projects. Disney doesn't know how to spend its money well anymore. They don't. It's really bad. It's just it's really sad to see. There should be a distinction, you know? I don't think of it as Marvel and Disney. I think of it as Disney, Marvel, and Disney, Star Wars. Did I say Marvel and Disney? I meant Marvel and Star Wars. You know what I meant. You guys are pretty intelligent. Despite the fact that you're watching me. In fact, maybe you're watching me because it's funny. I don't know. I don't know. All right. You know, probably. Probably. And to be fair, I would ask the same question of Todd Howard. What happened, man? Where did it all go wrong? Show me on the doll where Microsoft touched you. No, we've heard my Bethesda rants plenty of times. We know my Bethesda rant. There we go. Good. Now, what else do I want to put in here? I don't know if I want to do the office setup again, do I? Not entirely. I don't really want to do the office setup again if I can help it. I don't know. Probably should. Make the most sense. It would fill up the space the best. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's work on the bathroom. The bathroom is the one that I should have probably done first, like I usually do. Would have been a smarter move, that's for sure. All right. There we go. Nice. Shower in its corner, just like we had it set up last time. We'll go ahead and put the toilet here. The door's gonna swing oddly, I get that, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, a fart gun would be very funny in Fallout. A fart gun would be classic. Absolutely classic. All right. I like all of the nonsensical Twitter notifications I get. You know, I like to follow people because it's funny to hear what they say, and they're generally kind of insane when they say things. So it's very funny, but sometimes it's just like there's no context to a thing that they'll say, and then they'll say something completely stupid. Like I'm getting Alex Jones notifications, you know? One of the funniest men alive. Also kind of crazy and insane. One of the funniest men alive. Here's a notification of his. This is what they're doing. And there's no context for that. I'm not opening the tweet. I'm not looking at the picture. I just like the notification. This is what they're doing. Ugh. One of the funniest guys. We went decorations, miscellaneous. Bathroom. Great. Just as even as I'll be able to make it there. We'll also go ahead and put this rack up behind him. Yeah, okay. That's good. Then we'll go on to the sink. And I'll put the towels up after the sink. Beautiful. All right, great. Now, go ahead for that tray. Awesome. Then we've got the 3 towels over here, and that should be all for the bathroom. No, we've got one more thing. I always forget to do this, and I have to go back later and place it in. We've got one more soap tray that needs to go in here because, of course, we need a soap tray in the shower itself. It is a shower after all. All right, great. Great. Okay, everything... Yeah, now it's just the towels for the bathroom. Okay, good. Good. Let's go ahead and place these guys. We want them about that height. Towel hooks should be slightly higher than eye level. That way the towel drops at pretty much the proper height. You don't want it too close to the ground. You don't want it too high either. Then, you know, how are you going to place the towel back on? Yeah, wonderful. Okay, cool. It should be all for this space, which means I can close it up. I can place the ceiling on and put the light in. Wonderful. Perfect. Come in here with the light. Alright, cool. That's as close to center as I will get you. Wonderful. Now let's go for the bedroom. Oh, before that, I forgot. Before we do that, I'll go ahead and put the doors in for the bathroom because we shouldn't need to get into the bathroom space anymore. We should have no reason to go back in here. Okay, having thought about it, it does make the most sense for me to build an office in the bedroom here, so I probably will. But I don't just want to build an office in here. We'll build a smaller office space, but I also want to build a space for a, oh, is it a cradle? I believe it's a cradle. I want to put a baby's bed in, and that would be, I think that's back here in furniture. Yeah, furniture miscellaneous. Renovated crib, not cradle. Okay. I mean, wow, big difference, these guys. Big difference. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll put the crib stuff in first before we place the office stuff so that I know exactly how much room I have to put an office together. Yeah, okay. Okay, good. That does make it easier. I mean, baby monitors aren't really much of a thing right now. Alright, nice. Yeah, this makes it a lot easier. Gives us a little bit more variety in this space, especially with how much everything else has been kind of standard with this construction and the previous. Makes it a lot easier. Okay. Now, over here, we're going to go ahead and place the baby's dresser. I'm going to go miscellaneous. No, that would be in containers miscellaneous, right? Or containers mods. Hopefully. We'll see. Definitely not back that direction. No. Okay, well. I know one other place we'll find it. Homemaker furniture, containers, and home. Yay, changing table. That's what it's called. It is also kind of a dresser, but it's a changing table. Put this guy here. All right, nice. Okay, well, what am I going to put on the changing table? It's not like we've got placeable diapers or something. You know? Not like we've got many of those things lying around that we can just work with here. Oh, we'll put toys, you know? We'll put children's toys on here. Entertainment. Alright, we'll definitely go with the teddy bear. Teddy bears are classic. Absolute classics. We'll go with the toy alien. It looks very rubbery. It looks difficult to bite into. And probably pretty solid for baby teething, you know? Especially in a post-nuclear wasteland where you're not going to have a lot of teething objects. That looks pretty good. And then I would love to place a moon monkey inside of the bed. Just because of how creepy these things are. Oh, that's terrifying. I love it. I love it. Awesome. I think that's good for the toys. Yeah, we'll put a fan up here aimed towards the baby. You know, they need good airflow. Famously, babies have terrible airflow. Oh man, I don't know what words just came out of my mouth. All right, and then... Ooh, yes, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. It might be somewhere in the cleaning and toiletries. No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, I know where else we can find them. There we go. We'll put some clean towels up here in case mistakes are made. Lots of oopsies. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Okay. Then over on the two dressers. What are we doing on the two dressers here? What's going on? Actually, before I deal with the two dressers... No, I'll deal with the two dressers first. Never mind. I was gonna work on the office stuff, but we'll work on the dressers first. Okay. We want... Ooh, well, we do want a radio. Yes, we do. I could put the radio on the desk. Yeah, I'll wait to place the radio on the desk, probably. Probably. What would I do if I complete every settlement with the buildings that I do? Move on to another game. You know, I'll make a big lore, I'll make a big completion video and a big lore video for like all the lore of my stuff, but move on to another game, do something else. You know? Eventually we'll get there. Eventually we'll finish with all the things. Yeah, move on to a different game. I don't know. Something. I've been asking myself that question. I'm not entirely sure what other games I would play, or if my audience would largely travel with me to another game. You know, I mean that's a common fear of content creators, is that, well, if I switch things up, is my audience going to join me? You kind of just got to have faith. Got to have faith, and you got to take a chance. So yeah, you know, move on to something else. I don't know what I would move on to. I don't know what the other games would be, but other games, maybe other types of content, even. You know, who knows? We'll see. We'll see. My big thing right now, though, is that I'm interested in getting my YouTube channel over that 500 subscriber mark, because then I can start giving channel memberships. I can start giving out channel membership stuff, and I can create different tiers and different benefits for channel members, which would be cool. I can focus on that kind of stuff. Okay, occasionally the trees just decide to do this. I think the trees anticipate the weather change before the game does, which is kind of funny. But whatever. There we are. And then over here we'll place... What else? Ooh, that's what we'll do. We'll place the bobby pins. And a brush. From... Should be in here, right? Yeah. Cool. I have not done a Fallout 4 gameplay stream, largely because I'm doing all the settlement streams. And I think that whenever I finish up all the settlements, I'm probably going to want to step away from Fallout for a while. That's my guess. However long it takes me, eventually I'll want to step away from Fallout, and work on and play something else. But I've considered that. I've also considered making, you know, no commentary long form play Fallout, as you know, as one of those. There's like a whole genre of content that's just, you know, that's just, oh, chill while I go do this thing, you know, chill while I go ahead and decide to build this big thing in Minecraft. No commentary or anything. It's just good camera work from one of the mods. Chill while I go do this thing. Chill, like, you know, I've considered doing that with Fallout, but I'd like to finish the settlements first. I'd like to finish the settlements first and then see how I feel about Fallout. Because Fallout 4 is a big game, and there's a lot of story content I'd have to go through. A lot of stuff I'd have to do. And I'd have to, like, if I went with the Minutemen, I'd have to build up settlements. Again. I'd have to do more settlement stuff if I went with the Minutemen. For an actual story playthrough. Yeah, I've considered it. I just don't know what I'm going to do about it. Okay, we're going to go back to office stuff. There's a couple things I want to pull. Yup, we'll take a camera. I guess it's somewhere in the general items. Yeah, there it is, the undamaged flag. And we'll go over to personal effects and pull out the dog tags. Where are those? Those are farther back. Those are farther back in this section over here. Yeah, dog tags. There we go. Pocket watch. Alright, we've got just about half an hour left for the stream. Oh boy, well, 39 minutes. 38 minutes and 20 seconds, but still, we're getting close. We're getting very, very close. I do want to place a mother icon. And I think I'll place that over here. We'll go with that. Go ahead and we'll put a cross above the dresser. I would place it above the bed if the window wasn't right there. I'll place a cross right above the bed using wall decorations here. Small crosses. We want Latin. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And we'll go ahead and we'll place the clock on the wall, because I don't want to forget the clock. I always forget placing clocks on walls. I don't know why, I just do. All right, wonderful. We'll go with traditional paintings in here. No abstract modernist nonsense. Any of you who are interested in abstract modernist nonsense, I'm calling it abstract modernist nonsense. Maybe these guys really like farmhouses, I don't know. All right. That works for me. Now we build the smaller office space that we've got. There we go. Ooh, hold on. Do I want to go tables mods? Because, or rather, not tables mods, containers mods. Because there are some nice desks in here that I haven't used yet. There's some very nice desks in here that I haven't used yet. You know what, we'll go with this. It matches the other stuff we've got in here. We'll go with this guy. And it's a smaller space. You know, we got to maximize spatial efficiency or something like that. Alright, great. Got the desk taken care of. That's a deep desk. I like that. Plenty of room for things up here. Alright, let's take care of the office chair next. Say it with me, guys. Chair typing scaver. Chair typing scaver. We'll go with a terminal, which actually would be a better object to have if you've got a baby in the room than a typewriter. Typewriters can get kind of loud. Terminals run mostly very silent. And you can control how loud the keys are by just typing softly. It's not a massive deal. All right, that's good. And then we'll place a couple things up here. We'll start by placing down some file folders, because once I place down the lamp, I can't place anything around it. So we'll start with the file folders. And then we'll place, yeah, we'll go a couple pens and pencils, why not? Where's the, yeah, okay, that's the right side. We'll go with our lamp, which will be all the way back here. Come on, come on. We'll go with this guy. Big fan of this lamp here. All right, nice. Nice. Now, we're going to do the healthiest thing we possibly can. We're going to place an ashtray next to the next to the crib. They don't have, you know, they don't have health warnings in the post-apocalypse. Other than, I guess, radiation warnings, but even then, you have to actually have a Geiger counter. And this is just a funny, like, this is a very Fallout thing to do. Ah, I lost it. There's a gnat that's flying around, and I saw it for like 10 seconds. Ugh. It's gone. Alright, nice. We got all that stuff. And then just to make it extra safe for the child, we're going to put a fan right in this back section that will blow all the smoke in that direction. Alright, grab one of these, place them down. Yes. Exactly what we need. No, I'll, yeah, we'll go like that. That's good. And then we'll go with another copy of Public Occurrences. And that seems about right. Okay, cool. Cool. Ugh. Pretty good. That is pretty solid there. Alright, what else have we got? What else needs to get done for this space? I think we're good on the bedroom. Yeah? Yeah, we look pretty solid on the bedroom. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's all good. Before I close up the bedroom, before I use the ceiling stuff in the bedroom, we'll decorate out here. We're going to start with paintings. I'm going to go with a ship. Over here we'll place a beach. I mean, you can see this ship in the beach painting. You can see it out in the distance. There you go. Yeah, you can see the ship in the painting there. That's all good. And on this wall, do I need to put anything on this wall? Do I want to put? I kind of want to put something on this wall, but what would I put on the wall? Oh, you know what? Yes. That's exactly what we put on this wall. Oh, perfect. A nice printing of Washington crossing the Delaware. That'll do. That will do nicely. Cool. Okay, we don't need a clock on the wall out here. We've got one in the bedroom, and we've got one just down here in the living room. We'll be okay. Yeah. Lots of screen tearing. Lots of screen tearing, guys. A little too much, if you ask me. Over here, we've got the washing and drying machines we need to place. So let's get to that as well. Alright, that's all good. Now we'll go for the dryer. I mean, they could be the dirty variants, yeah, as long as they function, they don't need to be the pristine brand new versions, do they? Alright, nice. Ooh, I should bring that forward though, shouldn't I? Cool. Cool, that works for me. Now I want to move you to one side. We'll go 25. Awesome. And then over next to it, I believe this is the one in the Decorations tab, right? The one I'm looking for would be Decorations, Miscellaneous, Household. Yes, okay, the one that doesn't move around. Awesome. That's the one I needed. Awesome. And a clothing iron, and I think I'm good with all that stuff. I didn't place that in the other one, but I wasn't thinking about that at the time. I think we're good with that stuff, right? Should I place more? You know what? We'll do a little bit more down here. We'll place a couple of cleaning objects down here in the corner. We'll go back over to OC Decorator. I'm still thinking about whether I need to put anything else up there on the loft section. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We're working. We're trying to multitask here. All right, we'll go with a bucket. All right, we got that. Now we'll go for, because we've got a broom, we'll go for a mop as well. You kind of need a mop to complement the broom. It just makes the most sense. And then we'll go ahead and we'll place... Yeah, we'll place plungers in the bathrooms. We've got the room for it. Why not? Why not? More of just a smart thing to do anyway. You know? Sure, we've got plumbing here, but it's the post-apocalypse. You're not necessarily going to know when a plumber's going to be able to come by and fix all your problems. We're rebuilding the Commonwealth here. We don't have public utilities that operate the same way, nor do we have licensed plumbers. So, you know, it's gonna be a little bit of a different scenario. Slightly different problems going on over here. Okay. I think that's everything, though. I think we finally hit everything that we need to. I think we're all good. Yeah, seems like it. Okay. We'll go ahead and we'll place the door onto the bedroom. Well, no, we'll place the ceiling on first, then we'll place the lights and then the door onto the bedroom. We'll do it like that. Makes it a lot easier. But I'm just gonna make sure we've got the right light. Okay, yes. Good. Alright, I don't need to do any of the console commands for moving this guy around, hopefully. We'll try and just get him right on target. Ooh, there we go. That was perfect. Awesome. Awesome. Plenty of light for the space. We'll come out here and we'll do the same. But I'm going to put that door on first. All right, cool. Now for this one, I think we're probably going to go with the console commands for it. We just got to place it down first. All right, cool. All right, great. Awesome. All good on the lights. Wonderful. No more doors to place down here? No, we're good on that. Ugh. Lots of screen tearing to fight, though. Now, I wish that weren't the case. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll put the, you know what? We'll put the pillars on first before we put the roof on, just so that I don't have to go back and put the pillars on afterwards, because all this stupid screen tearing is going to drive me insane. Okay. Shell kit, Faneuil Hall. Pillars, and we want the theme 2 pillars. Yeah, we want these guys. Come on. Okay, there we go. And we'll place this internal wall next, because these guys are very annoying to try and grab onto. Okay, awesome. We'll go for this set next. Man, look at all the lag of things I'm not looking at, but are behind things that I'm looking at. Oof. Okay, cool. And that tree is just centimeters away from actually entering into the building proper. Yeah, okay. Well. Alright, that's better. Much better. Still probably going to enter the building a little bit, but a lot better than it was. Okay, now we need the commercial kit for roof pieces for theme 2. And how are we splitting this up? We're splitting it up the same way we split this one. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. Oh, come on. There we go. Awesome. Didn't have to look at the nonsense. There we go. Yeah, still does enter it just a little bit. That's fine. Now we'll actually we'll go and put the corners on because we're here. Why not? All right, great. No, it's not floors. What am I doing? It's all the way back here. It's roofs. I'm not being very intelligent right now. All right, nice. Wonderful. Okay, we got it done. We got the buildings done. Awesome. Let's do a little bit of landscaping. Now that we've got these buildings completed, we can commit to just a little bit more landscaping. Because I didn't do any landscaping for this front row on these houses. We'll go ahead and do that now, and then we'll grab the screenshots, and then we'll be done. It'll be very nice, finally being done with this space. 10 more buildings, ladies and gentlemen, 10 more buildings. And then our work in Jamaica Plains is done. Go with that. Oh, actually, no, I'll just go like this. Duh. Oh, but I could fit one more over there, couldn't I? Yes, I could. Okay, in that case... Oh, never mind. No, I couldn't. No, I could not. Okay. That's fine. Nice. Is that no, that's not worth attempting. It's not gonna go over well. Alright, great. Also, that line back there probably wouldn't go over well either. It's a little too thin, so I'm not going to worry about that. No, we've got the front line on this guy to work on. And then the side over here, because we got more room on this side. We also need to go ahead and place down... We're in Homemaker, so we might as well go to it now. Furniture, containers, miscellaneous. We need to place down one of the mailboxes. Come on. We'll place one on this side. No, we won't. Never mind. Never mind. Instead, we'll go like this. All right, nice, nice. Nice, nice. We'll grab these guys, and then I think that should be it. Yeah, that should be. Let's see. No real room to place any other foliage in front of these sections. Yeah. Okay, good. Good. Means we got a lot done. We got a whole heck of a lot taken care of today. Okay, cool. Because now we're done with this housing block, and I can take a nice screenshot from inside of it. Probably... what, something like this? Ooh, actually, no. We'll do it from the other side. That way we don't have lag. We'll go right here. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Ooh, would that work? I'm sorry. I'm going back and forth on all these things. I know. I know. Street lights. With one of these guys, could I place... Ooh. Oh, yes, I could. Ooh, yes, I will. Okay, that is an amazing solution to a lot of the concerns that I was having with placing lights on these narrow streets. That's a Perfect solution. I could make more jokes about solution, but that would be in poor taste. Okay. That definitely finishes the zone up. I like that a lot. All right, cool. We'll go ahead and save here. We got a quick save and we've got a full save. All right. To 17, I think. Or rather 18. Ooh. Hold on. Would 7 have been a better time? No, seriously. I like the sky for 7 a.m. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Toggle the menus off, and we'll go for it. We'll go for a couple, you know, just in case. And then I really don't want to look in that direction. Never mind. Okay. Cool. Wonderful. Well, that's all the stuff, I think. I think we've grabbed it all. All the things we needed to anyway. And there we go. That's one less house we need to build. We got 10 more building plots left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because each of these are split down the middle. Width-wise, they're split down the... Yeah. And then 3 more over here. On the... north side of town. Yeah. Had to be very sure about that one. Sure about that one? Very sure about that one. Got 3 over here, which makes 10. Okay, cool. Well, we're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well so far. Remember to follow... absolutely Zoe. Al, I think the picture but a foggy day would look best. I would probably like that quite a lot. I agree, but from my own stream statistics, or my YouTube statistics, apparently the best thumbnails are the ones that have the golden hour light coming through. So I tend to get all my screenshots that way. But I agree. I think that would look really good. Certainly for Far Harbor, I got to go with a bit of a foggy look to things. That'll be nice. That'll be very aesthetically pleasing. Okay. But yeah, I think that's all the stuff. I think that's all the stuff for now. So, let's go ahead and wrap things up. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me, as I always say, and I mean it each time. It genuinely means the world to me that you guys would be watching. We are done for the day, but we will be back tomorrow on Saturday with another stream at 4:30 Central, our usual streaming time. Yeah, if you want to if you've been watching live and haven't been able to watch the whole thing, you want to watch the rest of it, you can watch on my VODs channel on YouTube, CN Games on YouTube, as I've said earlier, youtube.com/@CN_games if you're looking for the URL. And if you are watching on the VODs channel, thank you very much. Consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing. Turning on your notifications, all that stuff really does help quite a lot more than you might expect. The more subscribers I have, the closer I am to being able to enable channel memberships, which means once channel memberships are a thing, I can set tiers and I can create exclusive content just for you guys. I don't know what that content's going to be yet, but I haven't really even considered it until the other day when I realized, oh, that's when memberships are opened up. So, you know, I'll take your guys' suggestions. Excuse me. I'll take your guys' suggestions for membership content, but I'm excited about it because it means, you know, one step closer to actually turning one of my dreams into a reality. And it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. In the description of each and every single VOD, you will find each and every single settlement build VOD, rather, you will find links to my social media, my Twitter and my Instagram, if you want to keep up to date with my photography, which I'm not even up to date with, and get manual notifications every time I'm about to go live. You will also be able to find the list of every settlement mod that I'm currently using. While I'm using almost 250 mods, 54 of them are settlement mods, and you'll find the list of what their names are in the description. You will also find links to my other YouTube channels, my main channel, which is just my name, and my third channel, which I did like a half-hour-long rant on. I did like a half-hour-long rant here today that I'm considering uploading to that channel. So, you know, if you want to watch that, just the parts where I talk about writing quality and bad shows, yeah, go check that out, I guess. I don't know. That's up to you guys. But you'll also find links to other ways you can choose to support me monetarily. If you're not into that, that's perfectly fine. This content is free because I want you guys to have access to it, not because I'm looking for handouts. But all that is to say, thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow on Saturday for the last stream of the week, because I take Sundays off, at approximately the same bat time of 4:30 Central, and definitely the same bat channel. Have a good one.